The stump shooting day again, and this time it seems that it's gonna be a solo stump shooting because we discussed with the Tirandas crew about coming to this area in a weekday because it will be not overcrowded as it is at weekends. But of course people could not arrange their work, or some of them are out of the town because of summer time. And the good part of this is that the masks can be carried on the arm now, which I criticize so badly, but I'm alone. So and outdoors, very fresh air, and with all my equipment. And other than my bows and arrows, by the way, I picked up my Korean bow this time. It's a 45 pounder, and the 45 pound is measured at 30 inches, so it is a little bit lighter than a 45 pound at 28 inches of draw. And other than this, I took my Atlatl. This is actually an Atlatl dart that I made from broken arrows. So it consists of a wooden shaft and 2 aluminum shafts that had been broken, and this is the thrower, or the Atlatl itself. I made it years ago, and I also made a video for that, which can be found on my YouTube channel. And after years I may find an occasion to play with my Atlatl again. Well, yes, although I thought that it was gonna be a solo stump shooting, Kerem arrived just after I entered the woods, so he just horned to warn me not to go deep into the forest, and so I have a companion.
And I brought food.
You brought food?
Yeah.
That's the best news, but the bad news is that we have to wear our masks again, or we can just keep the social distance.
By coincidence, we are both Korean. Now I'm using a 60 pounder at 31 inch Korean bow.
Are they measured at 31 or at 30?
This one 31.
Okay, maybe mine was measured at 31 as well. I just told it is 30 pound, okay, 30 inches that the draw weight is measured at, but probably it's 31. So when you saw any inscription on a Korean bow showing the draw weight, it is actually lower than it would be when it is, or it would have been measured at 28 inches of draw. Kerem anlat abi. Güvenlik geldi ve engelledi diye.
Güvenlik geldi.
İngilizce söyle, video İngilizce devam ediyor çünkü.
The security, obviously they have no idea about what we are doing here and about our equipment, and they don't let us to go inside the woods and do our stump shooting.
And they assumed and claimed that we are going to hunt with a white hat and without camouflaging and without broad hats and nothing. So we just wanted to film this to put to my channel so that people will see how the third world countries suffer if it comes to making sports. Having to leave that area without doing any stump shooting, we gave a call to a friend of us who is running a horse ranch nearby. It was just 20-something kilometers far away, and we asked him whether he will be available for a short visit. So we came here to Gümüşdere village, village of Istanbul, another beautiful area where Ercan Akgül is running this horse ranch with a beautiful environment, dogs, cats, beautiful nature, and of course horses nearby.
Sipahi Okçuluğu seviyoruz.
Tamam, lazımsa lütfen söyleyin getireyim, olur mu? Lan cesur.
Çekirgeyi salıverdim, çekirgeyi salıverdim, yazıya yazıya, yazıya yazıya.
Beceremedik.
Ne var burada? Kabak, bostan ve
Şimdi
kabak.
burayı karışık bostan yaptık. Tek tip şey ekmek istemedik. Burası bir deneyimleme bostanı olsun istedik çünkü. Karpuz, kabak, domates, patlıcan, fasulye, biber, mısır.
Rıza.
Evet.
Rıza ne haber? Saldırgan görünüyor.
Yok. Atlar burada kalıyor. İki at.
Atlardan.
Burada iki at bakıyoruz. Bir tanesi burada, bir tanesi burada. Üstleri yazın açık, kışları kapatıyoruz. Kalıyorum. Bağlayınca üste çok gitmiyorlar.
Ama yine herhalde iyi kötü serbestler.
Çekirgeyi salıverdim, çekirgeyi salıverdim, yazıya yazıya, yazıya yazıya. Ot koymadı koyun ile, ot koymadı koyun ile, kuzuya kuzuya, kuzuya kuzuya. Hoplayıver çekirge, zıplayıver çekirge, benim canım çekirge, bıdı bıdı bıdı bıdı çekirge. Hoplayıver çekirge, zıplayıver çekirge, benim canım çekirge, bıdı bıdı bıdı bıdı çekirge. Çekirgenin ayağında, çekirgenin ayağında, narinli narinli, narinli narinli.
I said that it was going to be Atlatl day as well. We were intending to stump hunt with the Atlatl. In fact, I haven't shot that for several years, so it needs some tuning, of course. But here we are going to demonstrate you how it will fly. And as I said, it consists of three broken shafts. The middle one is an old wooden arrow shaft, and here there is an aluminum shaft, fletched with 5-inch arrow feathers, and here in front of that there's another aluminum shaft. And this is the Atlatl I made. There are no stone weights. This is a basket maker Atlatl in terms of the structure and the design, but of course depending on the balance you don't have to put the stone weights all the time. This is actually the real ancestor of the bow and arrow, because unlike the spear, this is a flexible shaft, and with the thrust of this lever, the Atlatl, the dart flexes and flies with a very similar dynamic to that of an arrow. So to capture that on video, we are going to demonstrate you even with slow motions so that you can see how it really flies.
Atlatl, or boomerang as it was called in Australia. This projectile is slower than an arrow, but it is almost 3 times as heavy as a hunting arrow. So that's why the momentum is higher. And with this weapon, people killed very big, gigantic animals like hairy rhinoceros and mastodons and even mammoths. So despite the slower flying velocity, this heavy projectile is quite deadly.
Çekirgeyi salıverdim, çekirgeyi salıverdim. Yazıya yazıya, yazıya yazıya. Ot koymadı koyun ile, ot koymadı koyun ile. Kuzuya kuzuya, kuzuya kuzuya. Hoplayıver çekirge, zıplayıver çekirge. Benim canım çekirge, bıdı bıdı bıdı bıdı çekirge. Hoplayıver çekirge, zıplayıver çekirge. Benim canım çekirge, bıdı bıdı bıdı bıdı çekirge. Çekirgenin